What's up, Blockheads? We are test riding today the brand new 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special with a 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8. Now, before we get too far into this, if you guys enjoy videos like this, motorcycle content, test rides, moto vlogs, installs, gear reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon as well while you're over there, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity.
So the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special comes in starting at $23,089. It has ABS, a security system, and cruise control standard, and the Milwaukee 8 114 cubic inch engine, which is about 1,868 cc's, electronically fuel injected, a black 2:1:2 dual exhaust with tapered mufflers. It's reported to put out 122 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM, has a right lean angle of 32 degrees, a left lean angle of 31 degrees, and fuel economy is estimated at 43 miles per gallon for city and highway. In terms of dimensions, the length of this bike is 95.3 inches, the seat height is 27.4 inches, and has a ground clearance of 4.9 inches, has a 26-degree rake, and a 64-inch wheelbase. The front tire is a 130/60/19, and the rear tire is a 180/55/18. Fuel capacity is 6 gallons, takes 5.2 quarts of oil, dry weight is 783 pounds, and wet weight is 820 pounds. And in terms of luggage capacity, it has 2.5 cubic feet. For the chassis, wheels are black turbine cast aluminum. The brakes are a caliper type, 32mm 4-piston fixed front and rear.
Alright, so yeah, on the plate for today, we got the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special. So I dropped some tech specs there for you guys talking about the bike. So I'm just gonna briefly go over it here. Got the dual discs in the front, got the big old headlight, crash bars or engine guard, whatever you want to call it, floorboards, footboards. Got bags, so I'm gonna throw my hat in. These bags do have this lining right here, which makes them weatherproof. Easy open, easy close. This color, midnight blue. Now, I did test ride a bike previously that was midnight blue, but it didn't look anything like this. I think it was the lowrider, but for some reason it looks a lot different on this. So you guys can see this flake to it. It looks so good on this bike. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna try and find some shade real quick, start the bike up, throw a leg over it, and we'll go grab some shade and we'll go over the controls. All right, on here, start. Alright, shade. Where is shade? At like noon. There we go. There's a tree with some shade over. Alright, Florida summer, you know, it's warm. Alright, so going over controls, traditional Harley controls. You've got on-off switch here. You've got the right indicator here. We push that, indicates right there. Push again to turn off. You got hazards up top. Press those. Hazards on. Press again to turn off. Starter below that. You've got, looks like you have some spots here for like some optional switches. Left side, you've got your selection switch up top here. So if you press that, basically use your index finger. You have nothing as the top button. Down low, you've got the horn. Beep. It's a really loud horn. Up top, you have high beam. Indicates there. Press back down for regular or low beam, and then if you press down and hold in, it's basically what they call the pass light, and indicates there. On the bottom, you have your left turn signal, also once again indicates there, and then press it again, turn that off, and below that you have your cruise control. So your selection switch is going to take you through a couple of different options in the LCD of the display here. Going over this dash part, you do have your speedometer gauge right here, ignition off on switch right here, indicators all there, neutral, left and right, high beam, oil pressure. So if you press the selection switch here, it's going to change the display right there. So basically what we have right there is the current RPMs. So if I press it again, it's going to change to the odometer. Press it again, changes to trip A, and again changes to trip B. Again changes to range, which is how far the gas in the tank will get us, so 205 miles. Press it again, it goes to the time. Press it again, it goes to gear/RPM, which I'm going to leave it on that. Left side, you do have your heel and toe shifter. I just use the toe shifter just because that's what I'm comfortable with. So yeah, before we get too far into the test ride, just to give you guys some insight into bikes that I have ridden. I've done all sorts of test rides for Harley-Davidson. I currently own a 2017 Dyna Lowrider S with the 110 cubic inch engine. I also own a 2018 Honda Grom, which has a massive 125cc engine in it. Pretty big spectrum there. I've also owned a couple super sports, like a Yamaha R6, which is a 600cc super sport, and a CBR 1000RR, which is a 1000cc super sport leader bike. And then, like I said, I've done tons of test rides for Harley-Davidson. So yeah, this bike, we do have the dual disc front brakes. Stopping power feels nice. And it is the special version, so it has the 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8, which produces lots of power, lots of torque, especially. It is a very torquey engine. So I'm in third gear, 2400 RPM right now. And if I pull back on throttle, I mean, it wants to go. I absolutely love that about these engines. If you guys are interested in knowing more about the Milwaukee 8, I did make a detailed tech specs video going over it, which the thumbnail for that is right here. If you guys want to watch that video, I'll be sure to leave the thumbnail at the end of this video so you guys can click through if you're interested in checking it out. So in terms of ergonomics for this bike, you guys saw Dana sitting on it earlier. She's 5'5" inches tall. Now I am 5'10" inches tall, and coming to a stop, this is what the bike looks like. Coming to a stop, flat footing it, both sides. My knees are a little bent, and I'm very comfortable just holding it right there. It doesn't feel, you know, like I'm tiptoeing it. Like I said, 5'10" inches tall. Regarding shifting, I always mention shifting in these videos. I'm sure you guys can hear that whenever I'm pulling through the gears, or like when I downshift here. Shifting feels very positive. It's a really nice click. It's a very firm click. Hope you guys can hear it. And the reason I mention that is because if you guys have ever ridden a bike that has a mushy shifter, it doesn't really give you a lot of confidence that you've actually shifted into the next gear. So this one, it's like, when I feel that in my foot, you know you're in the next gear. It's a really nice confirmation to have. Man, these things are nice. So I don't know if you guys know him, but Bagger Bro, or Eric Blockhead, he has one of these bikes, but he has last year's model, and he's done an absolute ton to it. Threw some T-bars on it. I think he's got the front windshield for it as well. He's looking to, you know, do more work to it. But I rode that one for a little bit when we were going to Tampa last year, and it was a lot of fun to ride. For being as big as this bike is, it feels like it handles really well. You know, it's like very, I don't want to say nimble, because, you know, it's a bigger bike. But, I mean, it does feel really maneuverable, flickable, I guess. What's up, guys? A lot of that is to do with that skinnier front tire. Granted, it's not like the skinniest front tire of them all, but it does feel nice. Going back to ergonomics in terms of like how I sit on the bike while riding, you know, this is where my knees set. What's up, guys? And then the seat, really comfortable as well. Wider seat, so if you guys are looking to do distance, it's got the bags for that, and then it's got the seat built for comfort. All right, so second gear, 2000 RPM. Very nice. Gobs of power. Suspension feels really super smooth. I notice I've been saying that a lot, like super, before I say something else. It's like super nice, super smooth. We're just going in opposite directions. Man, I want a 114. And then braking on this thing, really nice. And the exhaust note sounds really good too, even just stock, you know, from the factory. Good exhaust note. So yeah, headed back to the dealership, but overall thoughts, it's a nice ride. It rides smooth. It's got really good braking. It's got a lot of power. It's comfortable. It's not too big or too tall that, you know, coming to stops, comfortable coming to stops, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you guys like the style of it, fits your application, you want some bags, but you don't want a full fairing bike, you know, a full touring style. This is kind of that that application. But you can buy, you know, a front windshield for it. You can buy, I heard that there was a company out there making a fairing for it. So, but if I were to have this bike, one, I'd be really happy with the color. And I'm not a fan of blue usually, but the blue, God, it looks so good on this bike. That midnight blue, it looks so different from the lowrider. I don't know why. Maybe they just added more flake to this one. I'm actually really surprised at how maneuverable this thing feels. Damn, car is messing up my course. Yeah, it feels very nice. Man, I'm actually really surprised at how nice it feels, like kind of throwing this thing around. Granted, I don't want to throw it too far because I don't want to scrape it, you know, being a new bike and all. But yeah, if I were to have this bike, a couple things I would change right off the bat. The seat's pretty comfy. I don't know that I would change it. You know, if I were buying this, I would expect to be going distance somewhat. So I'd probably keep that for a bit. And then I'd definitely flip the mirrors, but I mean, that's like one of those, change out the mirrors at least, just to get it a little more low profile. Throw it in neutral, off, kickstand down, swing leg over so you don't kick the bags, off. What's up?
I said I love it.
It's nice. Overall thoughts, I mean, I'm surprised actually at how it handles. And I love the look of it, you know. It almost looks black, but when the sun hits it, it's got that real nice flake, that midnight blue. I mean, you've got like the gloss heads, small accents of chrome, but for the most part, blacked out. I like how they left that just, you know, regular, you know, even it doesn't say 6-speed, which I mean, we know it's a 6-speed, 114. It just looks real nice. You know, it's got the gloss rims. I mean, I'm not a fan of chrome, but it's got like a nice touch to it. Big old headlight. Lots of power, maneuverable, flickable, storage capacity, looks good, good braking, and it's a Reese. Oh yeah, hey, Reese works up here at Orlando Harley now. If you guys want to come by and say what up, he's over in service. You guys know Reese.
Hola.
What's up, homie? Telling people how you work here now.
Oh, come see me.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the color.
Oh, it looks so good. And it actually handles surprisingly well.
Oh yes.
Like for as big as a bike as it is. Anyway, so that's the test ride and first look at the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King Special with the 114 Milwaukee 8. I'm impressed. I like it a lot actually. Now I know Eric Bagger Bro. You guys be sure to go check him out. I know he's starting up a channel. If you guys are interested, this is basically the bike that he owns, but the 2018, and he's got it in gray. And he's got all sorts of mods, and he's gonna be doing videos and stuff with it. So I'll be sure to go give him a follow, go subscribe. Links in the description down below. Overall thoughts, yeah, I like it a lot, especially that color. Looks good. Big shout out to Orlando Harley-Davidson for letting me do the test ride. You guys be sure to go check them out as well. Links in the description. And if you guys have any questions on the bike, be sure to post them down in the comments below. Aaron up here at Orlando Harley has an account on YouTube, and he goes through, he answers some questions. You guys be sure to go check him out. Instagram.com/OHDAARON. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Often imitated, never duplicated. You guys be sure to come back here for those Harley test rides. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that like button. If y'all aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. And until next time, you guys ride safe out there, stay vigilant, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.